Hi. How are you guys doing? I'm so excited. A number of you are already in the house. Beat me to it. Good afternoon, Rob. I know you're going to listen in the archives, but thanks for being here. First thing to let me know, what'd you know, Polly Jo? Hello, Kathleen. Good day to you. Glad to see you. And let's see, who else do I need to check in with? Robin. I know today I am in shorts, t-shirt, and eating ice cream and fruit for lunch once Polly Jo's finishes. All right, Robin says it's a great day today. I'm so excited that you guys are all here with me. Today is, Beltane. Hello, Neshi. Good to see you. Hi, Adrian. Glad to have you on board. This is Beltane today, May Day, as we call it here in the United States more often than not. And thank goodness it is the halfway point between summer and spring. So we are getting closer to summer than we are to spring. I have to give a shout out to some of my friends who are out in Binghamton, New York. Believe it or not, yesterday they had snow, and the schools had a 2-hour delay on the 30th of April. It was almost like May 1st is turning into April Fools as opposed to April 1st. But today here in Western Massachusetts, we're having a cloudy, but the sun's kind of peeking out. It's trying to creep up. And, we've had weather that has gone from the 40s, and tomorrow and Wednesday, we're supposed to be in the 80s and maybe 90s. So that is New England for you, and it's Mother Nature letting us know that she is in control no matter what we want. I am not going to complain if it gets hot because we had plenty of snow. So I will be on people near me. But today for Beltane here at Trinity Healing Sanctuary, this is a day that we do the baptisms. So any new babies that have been born in the last couple of months, we do our baptisms, and it's such a lovely ceremony. I'm so excited. We have a couple of cute little boys who are going to join us. Emrys and Bodhi are going to have their baptisms, and their moms know each other because they go to school together, and it's just going to be a lovely evening. And today's topic is all about expanding your intuition. And I think everybody at this point has a sense that they have intuition. They may not know how to use it very well, but in that instance, everybody would like a little bit more. Even those of us who have quite a bit. We know that there's times when if we could just expand our awareness to hear more clearly or to be a more open channel so that the messages come through even more quickly or more easily, that would be a good thing, right? And expanding your intuition is really just opening your perception. We use our 5 senses pretty easily to take in information and to use it to make decisions, but we tend to ignore our 6th sense, and that's actually the one that is most finely tuned. So not that we want to be, not using it as accurately as we could, but we were trained at an early age not to use it, or most of us were. Some of us were very blessed to have parents who, really honored that and developed that in us as children. But the majority of people out there, we didn't get that. We were supposed to use logic and thinking. And I just had a flash of Spock coming to my brain for all of you Trekkie fans. He often relied on his logic over any intuitive gut instincts. And time again, the logic was helpful. But the real heroism happened when they kind of went with Captain Kirk's gut. because his gut just had a lot more understanding. And that's where most people receive their psychic intuition, is they get it in the gut. You know, those gut feelings or those vibes that people will talk about. But not everybody receives their information in their stomach. It's about 80%. So that's a good number. But some people, you may receive your intuitive hits in your chest, like in your breathing. Your lungs may squeeze or your heart may palpitate. That's an intuitive hit for you. Other people may have their throat close. They may get a tingling in their forehead. I have a student who gets tingling in their left hand every time they're supposed to do something. That's one of the ways that they get their intuitive hit, is in their left hand. And they learned the hard way not to ignore that left hand tingling, because it is something that's very important for them. And so they're really paying attention. And that's for them, like, their biggest intuitive hit, like, you need to do this now, is in their left hand. So as we go through our healing meditation in a little bit, what we're going to do is we're going to clear all the pathways and all the channels that you may have that you receive guidance from. And when I'm talking about guidance, it's, you know, from your spiritual team, from your guides and from your angels and your ancestors and your totem animals. However you receive your messages, we will open those channels, and maybe a few that you haven't been using in a while, because most of us have a favorite or a couple favorites, and we don't always pay attention to all of the different ones that are out there. And so that is what we will be doing. One of the things that I'm going to post, I meant to do it last week, and I really apologize to a couple people that I had told them I would do it last week, but I ended up with a little bit of a stomach thing over the weekend, and so it kind of set me back on my schedule. But I will post some games that are, you can play with yourself, you can play with other people. There are ways to open and expand your intuition. Some of them are just like, you know, making predictions. But all of the ways that you use to expand your intuition are really all about play. One of the things that people have the most difficulty with is that when you use your thinking brain, your inner child doesn't come out. And your inner child is the one who's so tapped into your intuition. So use your imagination. People are worried sometimes that, you know, they're just guessing, but you don't know where the guess is coming from. So taking that energy off and really allowing yourself to have fun with it. What does it matter if you're right or wrong? And taking a chance on seeing how right you can be. And I will put some of my favorite ones down for you guys, and I will pin it at the top of the Chakra Sessions page so that you guys can access it anytime you want to work on your intuitive gifts, because I think that will be a really great thing. Plus, I'm also going to start putting other files and stuff up for you, because I know that some people ask me the same type of question over and over again. One of the things that is coming up has to do with the ascension, which I'm writing about. I did write about for the May and June issues of the Star Nations magazine. I'm talking about the ascension energy and how it's impacting our chakras. And in the June issue, I'm really focusing on how to manage the ascension symptoms that you may be having, because that has been coming up quite a bit lately. Because as the energy of the planet kind of shifts and changes, we have to shift and change with it, or we're going to have a hard time. And that's another reason to expand your intuition, so that you can get a sense of that's what's going on rather than something's wrong. I hope that all makes sense to you guys. So I'm just going to check in really quickly. All right. So nice. Thank you, Neshi. Neshi's like, how to get your copy of Star Nations magazine. This is just a really cool, I don't think that's it. Neshi, you have my Chakra Sessions radio show video link. I think you want the starnations.org link, if I'm not mistaken. And, you know, whenever I see Neshi, it's a reminder for me to ask you guys to please either like or love the broadcast, share it on your page. That helps us get the word out there. It helps us to get the healing energy out there. Thank you, Neshi. And when we get the healing energy out, it really allows us an opportunity to do our personal mission. My mission is to heal the healers on the planet, and that sounds like a huge deal. But I've sort of been guided, well, not sort of, I've been guided to help healers heal themselves so that they can do the work that they're meant to do, because we're all here for a mission and a purpose. And so that's really what my shows have been all about, is really about helping you heal yourself so that you can be and do what you are meant to on this earth plane, because we all have a job. And I don't want to do it for everyone. I know you don't want to do it for everyone. So if we all just do our own stuff, that would be really, really helpful. So thank you, Neshi. Go to starnations.org/Star Nations magazine and purchase Star Nations magazine, because all of that information is there. And it was a very huge channeling session with the information that came through in that piece that I've written. That's why it has to be in 2 articles. I couldn't even remotely get it down to the right page length. And it's clearly going to be part of my new chakra book that we're hoping to have out at the beginning of next year. It's almost all written, so cross our fingers that we can get that information out to you as well, because I'm very excited. They've got my guides, that's who they are, have me very, very busy right now. So let's get to it. Let's get some expansion of those intuitive channels for you, because we all need that. So I'm going to invite you to get really comfortable. If you are sitting in a chair, you might want to get both feet on the floor. Oh, and just a note for those of you who haven't watched my show before, I make clearing noises. They sound a little bit like a burp or sometimes like a squawk. That is me sending the energy up to the divine, because I am clearing the energy for the entire group. I am the channel that the energy comes through, and so that it doesn't stick to my personal physical body. That is, the sounds allow the divine to take the energy up to the ethers, to clear it, return it back to its fullest potential. And so that's what the noises are for. Sometimes the energy doesn't ground quick enough through my physical body, because my channel has to be wide open to help you all heal. And this works for anybody who's listening live and for everybody who will listen in the future. And that is how the energy works for me. It works through the vibration of my voice as I am channeling the healing. So get yourself comfy, get yourself grounded. And by that, I mean connect your feet to the floor if you can, or sit on the floor, or lay down, however this works best for you. You want your legs and your arms uncrossed so that we don't cross our circuits in any way. And if you are sitting in the lotus position, just please make sure the lotus is exactly even. And if you are tilted in any way, undo the cross and just lay your legs on top of each other. Just fold them on top. Or sit in the butterfly position, with the bottoms of the feet together. And that will allow all of the energy to kind of just flow.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a couple of deep breaths. And with each deep breath, I'm encouraging you to connect to your physical body, to the weight of your bones, to your muscles on top of the bones, to the pressure of gravity pushing down on you. Really feeling your breath, or feeling your heartbeat, whatever is most comfortable for you.
Yeah.
And we're going to call in the divine energy however you perceive that. For some of you, you're calling on the energy of God or Goddess, Creator, Universe, Consciousness, Oneness, however you connect. So we each have our own personal pathway, our own way of connecting that is unique for us.
Yeah.
We're going to ask the divine to create a sacred space for us as we do this work. So creating a bubble around us made of infinite love and infinite light, surrounding and protecting us. So that we can safely release all that we are ready to.
Yeah.
And then you may want to create a second bubble around the room or the place that you are, just as a second layer of protection, just in case you are feeling a little unsteady.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now invite in your spiritual team, your angels, your guides, your ancestors, your teachers, ascended masters, your animal totems, the star beings, the great council, the star council, whatever, whoever, however you work with your spiritual team. Invite them to be present.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we begin this healing with the intention that this healing, this meditation is for the good of all and harm to none, including ourselves. So that we may access the highest, fullest vibrational healing that we are meant to in this moment.
Yeah.
And begin to allow the energy to come to your crown. You may feel pressure or light or tingling or cold at the top of the head. You may not feel anything at all, and that is completely fine as well.
Yeah.
But again, each experience is unique to you. And begin to allow that energy to come through into your third eye, into your brain, into your perception. Really clear away any energy that is swirling, that is disconnected, that is distracting, either throwing you into the past or into the future. Really just calling all of that energy home within you. And in this place, we start with our third eye, with that beautiful purple color, whatever color, purple or white, that you may envision. We're asking that energy to be full,
Yeah.
and gently spinning. And taking a moment to release any beliefs or thoughts or patterns that we may have that have been squeezing our intuition smaller, or anything that may be creating a haze for our third eye to look through. Really allowing the energy and the perception to expand in all directions. Opening the portals of information that we receive from our guides and our angels, especially our guardian angel.
Yeah.
And opening all the ways that messages are communicated to us and through us.
Yeah.
For the more we are able to receive, the more we are able to give and share.
Yeah.
Releasing any disbelief, any doubt placed in there by yourself, by others.
Yeah.
Really tuning your energy to your personal frequency. Allowing your channel to expand and awaken to the energy it is meant to be in this moment. Really allowing your throat to open as well. giving you space to speak and act from your truth, from your intuitive guidance, and from your heart.
Yeah.
And releasing all the ways that you have allowed others to control your voice, or ways that you've controlled your voice in an attempt to help others.
Yeah.
Really releasing the stress and the tension that you carry from that in the back of the neck, down the shoulder blades,
Yeah.
really connecting the energy up into the throat at the very top near the collarbone, in the front and the back. Allowing yourself room for expansion,
Yeah.
room for connection.
Yeah.
Releasing all the earthly burdens that you may be holding onto at this moment. You can pick them up when you are done with the meditation. But just for the moment, taking this opportunity to release all the stress and tension in your shoulders, in your upper back. Really allowing the intuitive energy to expand into your heart so that you are hearing clearly the heart's messages to you.
Yeah.
Opening the lungs with the breath of creation.
Yeah.
Sending that energy through our blood and through our cells, to all our tissues and organs throughout our whole body.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Opening our intuitive connection to our inner child, who joyfully and playfully connects to the intuitive energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And connecting the energy to our inner adult, the responsible part of us that takes action. And is the being and the doing of who we are meant to be. And really tapping into intuitive guidance for that part of us. So that intuitive connection walks with us in all that we do.
Yeah.
And opening our intuitive connection to our inner warrior. That part of us that knows when to take action quickly and succinctly. Accessing pure action rather than reaction. In its highest, fullest, intuitive form.
Yeah.
Releasing all the stress and the worry attached to that, and the fear.
Yeah.
And connecting our intuitive energy to our inner sage, the wise one that carries all the information from all of our lifetimes. Those moments when we feel the need for knowledge, granting us the ability to tap into our own knowledge, that which lies deep within us.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And tapping into the pureness of our heart and the fullness of love for the universe and for all the beings and creatures who are here with us. And the divine connection. And then asking our heart to send healing and love into our lower survival body, into our belly, feeling all the angst and the anxiety, anger, frustration, fear that we may be holding, and just filling it with love and compassion.
Yeah.
And understanding, releasing the worry and the doubt, and the shame and the blame.
Yeah.
In this moment, you are simply you. The fullest part of you that you can imagine. Releasing any energy you've picked up from other people, knowingly or unknowingly. energy you've picked up from your environment or from the planet. Really allowing that to release from your system. Where you are simply meant to be you.
Yeah.
And honoring those you may have exchanged energy with. Offering their energy back to them in return. Filled with love and filled with light.
Yeah.
Let you may be you and they may be them. As we all walk this path together. And then moving the energy into the lower belly. Accessing the fullness of all your other feeling senses and really connecting that to your intuition so that they may work as a spiritual team. So that the seeing and the hearing and the smelling and the tasting and the touching can all be connected and used intuitively with their highest, fullest vibration.
Yeah. Yeah.
And opening your intuition in all of your relationships. So that you may release assumptions and judgments and simply check in with your energy for your personal truth,
Yeah.
not your ego's truth. And now allow the energy to move down through your root chakra, through the tailbone and your legs. Really allow your intuitive energy to be connected to all of your survival needs, to your safety, to your security, to your finances, to your home. To your family, your whole tribe that you are connected to. Allowing your manifestation ability to be firmly rooted in your intuition. So that intuition and creation are working hand in hand, easily, gracefully.
Yeah.
Allowing that energy to move down both of your legs so that the intuitive you is connected in your spiritual and your physical body, in the life and how you walk each path. In balance and in harmony. And allow that energy to begin to take root beneath you into the earth. Imagine it going beneath the floor, If you can't imagine roots like a tree, imagine this beautiful cord like an umbilical cord going from your first chakra all the way to the center of the earth, to Gaia's heart. So that your energy is clearing through the earth mama.
Yeah.
She nurtures and supports you in your healing, cradles you in her energy. Allowing you to feel held and supported, but connected to her as well. And now we're going to call the divine energy back down one more time to clear through all the channels anything else that needs to be released down into the earth. So you may feel it come through the top of your head again and work its way down your body. It may feel very much like water as it washes away any debris ready to go. You may feel that energy move through you a couple times. Often it takes a few times for the energy to cleanse and release. If you have any areas of your body where you are feeling tightness or pain, invite the divine energy to go right in that spot because there's something you're ready to release. Might be behind your rib cage, might be near your kidneys or your stomach, might be in your hips or your shoulders, the back of your neck, wherever you may be carrying just a little bit more tension, holding on, resisting the release of that particular energy.
Yeah.
And now take a couple of deep breaths and really begin to bring your awareness back into your physical body, thanking your spiritual team for being present and helping you, having gratitude for the divine energy that is always with you if you simply remember to ask.
Yeah. Yeah.
And slowly begin to dissolve your meditation as you are ready. Feeling the weight of your body, your muscles, your bones. Really connecting back with you in this physical plane at this moment. Whew. Welcome back. So you may have noticed as you were doing your meditation that you connect through your intuition in more than your sixth sense. There's a misperception that we only use our third eye to energetically connect. But our internal radar system expands through all the chakras, and we use our intuitive guidance in each one differently. And so you may have noticed that there were some that it was easy for you to work through and others where it was more difficult. And we all have particular chakras, parts of our body where we've held more gunk, let me say, than other parts. And it can be difficult to get through that energy and really open it up into an expanded sense. So some of you may have had trouble in your neck or your shoulders or your back, especially behind the shoulder blades. You may have had trouble in your belly. And that's completely fine because it's just allowing you an awareness of ways that you could expand and work on your intuitive radar, and really use it for more than just psychic information, I guess is the best way for me to put that. I like to think of your intuition as radar. That's why I keep using that. Because that's how it is for me. It radiates outward and I get pings. And as far out as I expand my intuitive energy, or my psychic energy, some people would say, as I expand that outward, I may get more and more pings. And I notice the pings in different parts of my body, and that gives me a signal for what kind of energy I'm encountering. So I don't just get hits in my third eye. There are a number of psychics or mediums who get almost all their information in their third eye. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. We each have our own radar. It's tuned for our purpose and what we need to do with it. But with my mission of healing the healers, I need to be able to read the entire body, in the entire field, the entire environment, to know how to clear it and how to heal it. So that's my particular gift, but there are a number of people who are only going to receive it in one particular location. So I want to make it clear that there's no right or wrong answer on that. Oh, you are so welcome, Robin. I'm so glad that you enjoyed that. So there are a lot of things that you can do to help with your intuitive energy. I've noticed for a lot of people who are going through the ascension energy right now, because we all are, and we're responding to it differently. Some people have had an increase in headaches. And when you have an increase in headaches or dizziness or vision changing or vertigo, even sinus infections, those are all connected to your third eye, your sixth chakra in your forehead, upgrading. And it's trying to clear, and it's trying to, I hate to use the word ascend, because some people think it's higher than, it's expanding. So it's taking on a fuller vibration. So if you think of a piano, maybe your third eye has been playing 3 notes on the piano, and now it wants to play 7. So it's in a tight little three key box, and it needs to open out to a 7. So there's maybe a lot of pressure or a lot of clearing. Yes, thank you, Adrian. Lifting up. Yeah, I have trouble with the up and down because there are a lot of people who are in the new age who use higher and lower as a hierarchy. And so I don't see it as a step up. I see it as, you expand through. So you don't lose the lower. So it's like you're growing. Your heart's growing 3 sizes that day, kind of like the Grinch's heart, right? So as he filled up with more and more compassion and love, his heart grew. And so you kind of go through growing pains. And so for those of you who are expanding your intuition, specifically in your third eye location, your growing pains may be, like I said, the headaches or sinus infections or dizziness or vertigo. And all that the energy needs is some more room to grow. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Raising an amplitude is higher, faster vibration cycle. Right. Yes. Yeah, it's the terminology gets tongue-tied on me because, when it's channeling through, we don't have the terminology yet to be fully accurate. So it can be misconstrued. So yes, it's a faster, higher vibrational frequency. But it doesn't mean it's better than, I guess is how, people see it as better than or less than. So as you are going through the symptoms, maybe in your third eye, one of the things that really helps calm that energy, and it's not going to make it go away, it's just going to allow it room to grow, is lavender. And believe it or not, vanilla has been working for some odd reason. I'm not sure. I haven't looked up what vanilla actually means. But the lavender and the vanilla have been working. And please, please, please do not use perfume grade essential oils. If you bought them, if it doesn't say certified therapeutic grade on it, please don't inhale it right directly in your nose. It's got chemicals in it. Of course, Lindsay, you're just joining. I'm laughing. Lindsay is one of my ones who has the psychic overload thing happening. So I'm telling Lindsay, everybody, to do lavender and vanilla as a combo. You can, if you're not sure, you can, I personally use the doTERRA brand oils. Young Living is quite good as well. If you're not sure of the quality, it's fine if I like to use like lavender tea will open up my pathways when I am, like away from home. And the oils that I've channeled, the seventh chakra blend, that is specific for calming the energy, bringing it back into balance. So as it's expanding, you want it to stay balanced. If you can imagine your chakra as a circle, it's supposed to be an orb. As it's expanding, it often gets oval shaped. And when it starts to get oval shaped, it threatens to close and become a pancake. So you want it to stretch into the oval, but then expand back into the orb, into a larger size. And so you don't want to close it. You don't want to close it down. Things like going out in nature and grounding your energy can really help with that energy as well. Because sometimes it's a matter of you don't have enough root energy holding that expansion as it is happening. Many people are going to have them in other chakras, but as we're expanding the intuition, that tends to be the one that most people are having difficulty with. And the pressure headaches can be quite intense, and drink lots and lots of water to help give your body room for growing. So as we're going through this expansion energy, we are going to go through growing pains. And that's really what is happening. And that is what is impacting our intuition. That is what is impacting all of our radar, and for those of you who have been using your psychic abilities, they may be a little wonky right now, or felt a little off kilter, especially in the last month and a half or so. For some people, it's been on and off or spotty, not as consistent as it used to be. So this is really a time for you to up your spiritual practice, really take care of yourself. What did you do when you were a kid and had growing pains? You stretched, you got a lot of sleep, you gave your body time to recuperate if you could. Because I can clearly remember growing pains because I was a dancer, and the muscles had to keep up with your body as it was growing quickly. All right, that's fine, Robin. May go through, not will. She prefers to have an option. You are right. We all have free will. You do not have to go through. You do not have to go through the process. But the earth is going through the process, whether we choose to or not. So some people have had some symptoms that are related to that. And the more we take care of ourselves, and I know that you do by using the doTERRA and checking in to your energy body to see what it needs on a daily basis, you really don't have to have any symptoms at all, really, because if you are attuned to your own intuition, you're going to know what your body needs, and in every single moment. I guess that's what I'm trying to tap into, is that the more tuned in we are to our environment and to ourselves, the more we are able to move through everything in our environment in ease and grace. But when we are, kind of checked out, then we definitely, are going to do it the hard way. I guess that's the best way for me to put it. And the biggest thing that has been coming up has been that people who have particular gifts, they are being called to open them or expand them or use them in a new way. And so that is another form of the growing pains. As the vibration shifts here on the planet, we get to choose again whether we're going to do that or not. And I find that when I go with my intuition and go with the guidance that I'm getting, things seem to flow easier and with more grace in my life. And that's what I'm hoping for you, is that you will move through your energy in your particular way and through grace. So if you are looking for ways to expand your intuition, as always, connecting and praying or meditating, opening up your divine connection, because the more open our crown is, the more our perception is open, and that allows room for our intuition to expand. Make sure that you're grounding your energy, either, literally touch the ground or go outside. You can eat root vegetables, and really, get your hands dirty, really get out there, because the earth energy will help us as we're opening up any energy that we would like to. And then, the other thing is, use your homeopathic remedies, use the things that work for you. I'm a big fan of using Epsom salt, Himalayan salt, sea salt, to clear any energy that feels stuck. And you can use that in a bath form, in a foot soak. I've even watered it down and used it right on my chakras in the shower. And I often use the lavender oil as part of that to help kind of calm and bring everything into balance, to bring harmony. There are some other ones that work amazing as well. I'm a huge fan of frankincense. And those are things that you can tap into. You can look and see what works for you, because remember, we're each a unique being, and what will work for one will not work for everyone. So I will be posting some ways to expand your intuition and some games that you can play if that's something that you're interested in. And for those of you, who know me here at Star Nations, you can connect with me tomorrow evening. I have the Soul Connection show. And on to that, we simply do a healing meditation. We do a clearing, and at the end, I do guided messages. I pull cards. If you are interested in that, we do that as well. And, if you are in the New Hampshire area, if you're in Keene, New Hampshire, come visit me on Saturday. There is a beautiful psychic and wellness fair at the Best Western Hotel. And I will be there, and some of my students will be there giving free healing. So come on down and get a free healing. And we'll also muscle test you if you would like for any healing remedy that might be perfect for you. And with that, I say good afternoon or good evening whenever you're watching this. And if you enjoyed this, please like and share it so other people can participate. And I will see you tomorrow night on Soul Connections at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yes, thank you, Neshi. This is how you connect to me through trinityhealingsanctuaries.com. You can send me a message, and I will get back to you as quickly as possible, or even right here on the Chakra Sessions page. So have a great day, you guys, and happy belting.